And all right, we're on. All right, everybody, what's up? Hey, Jared, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, working in Natchez.
Yeah,
Natchez, Mississippi.
Here in my travel trailer campground, but everything's going good down here. Can't wait to be back home tomorrow.
So. Living the life, camping out.
Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to come on tonight to remind everyone about the service we will have this week. We will be at our normal scheduled events, at Justin's house. We're going to do a regular service at 2:00, a meal at 1:00, and hope to see everybody there.
Yeah. Key thing is if you're watching this on Facebook, you can message us to get my address. If you're not and you watch us on YouTube or you're seeing us some other way, in all descriptions for this video, I will have our email address, and we check it regularly so that if you're interested and you're coming, let us know. Hit us up, send us a line, as they say, and let us know that you're coming to visit. And we'll make sure that you have directions and you know how to get to where we meet, where I stay at.
And please try to message me. If you do message me or Justin, probably before 2:00, because after 2:00 we may not respond.
That's right. Yeah, if you're late on Shabbat, and we're even past lunchtime, we will probably not have our electronic devices for sure.
Yeah, a lot of times I put my phone down somewhere and I forget about it. I'm thinking about the worship service. I'm hanging out with people and just not really concerned with my phone. So it's,
yeah. No, it promises to be a good one. I've already started preparing and got some interesting things to talk about for sure. And I'm sure worship's gonna be off the chain like it usually is. I'll tell you what, something else we wanted to talk about. Hey, real key thing though, I want to remind everybody, especially those who are watching on Facebook and predominantly on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sorry, I said that backwards. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you go to the link to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that way you can watch us on, say, any of your like smart TVs or anything like that, where you have the ability to have, the YouTube app more than just like on your phone or on a computer.
Yeah, that's really helped my dad out, I think. Being on YouTube, he's able to see us, see our videos now because he doesn't do Facebook. So,
yeah.
So, did you want to take a minute and talk about the conference that we went to last weekend?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was headed because I said something about our worship service. I thought it was an interesting thing that while we were there, so first of all, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And these ministries that we went to go see. So where we went to, I know I posted it on Facebook, but we went to Dallas, Texas, to what's called Messiah meetings. And the Messiah meetings is basically a gathering of a bunch of ministers all over the country. They are Hebrew roots, Messianics, and they have gotten together and united in a sense, even though they're all a little bit different. They have definitely united in a common theme, and that being the title of the meetings, Messiah meetings. They have, been a part of this movement or denomination or whatever you want to call it for some of them for years. Some of them were born into it.
Yeah,
and that's right, lifetime for sure, lifers. But anyways, these guys have come together and they're pretty bold in their preaching and teaching, considering, hey, no matter who you are, Christian or Messianic or whatever, Yeshua is where it's at, and you need to remember that and keep it focused on that. And of course, if you guys have watched our other video where we talked about who we were, and you listen to any of the teachings, that's our point. You can't be Torah observant unless you learn from the master of how to keep Torah, and he definitely teaches you in the Gospels how to keep Torah. You just got to keep the whole thing in perspective, all of Scripture, as you read in any piece or part of it. And these guys, man, they were phenomenal. For our wise is the way that they presented that message. They did a very good job. They're all used to, well, at least some are better than others. And if they're watching this video, they're going to ask that question of who do we think's better? I guarantee you. But some of them are better than others at their technical their technical acumen for us as their video contents are concerned. But they're all pretty good at it, and they've been doing it for a while. And they're somebody we can look up to in many ways, especially including their hearts, for sure. I cried a lot. Yeah. I felt changed and transformed when we walked out of there. I'm highly motivated thanks to those guys. Go ahead. Yeah. Let you talk now.
No, I was just going to totally agree. It's definitely a very impressive group of men and women that they definitely have had a major impact on me just at that one event. But previously, hearing a lot of their sermons and teachings from online has really had a huge impact on my faith walk and the way I view some things and stuff. So they're definitely some great godly people, and it was really awesome to be able to hang out with them and get to know them a little bit. Look forward to being able to go again to maybe not the next one, but the next one after that, whatever we're able to do. They're going to be having them pretty regularly for the next coming year or two, quarterly or something like that, but they do have it. They do have like a Facebook page, Messiah Meetings, that people, if you look that up, you can subscribe to that and you'll be updated on what they're doing. And I just saw today they released at least some of the videos on the Messiah Media app. So some of the videos from the conference are now available too. So I'm looking forward to actually watching them again. Honestly, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, me too. Again. I was thinking about that on the way home from work today.
I mainly want to make sure the back of my head isn't like dead center of the camera though, because I know the camera was pretty close to me.
No, it was. I tell you, it's probably one of the most significant things I've done in a long time. Besides, obviously, joining with you and doing this thing. I definitely have not had that kind of an impact. Crazy thing is, just as a side note, 12 years ago, 2009, Sukkot, there was, we went to Sukkot in Texas, and I've talked about it all the time. You'll hear me talking about it in teachings, and I've told Jared and his wife, Sarah, a number of times how impactful it was. I've told stories. Pretty much all the big names in the Hebrew Roots movement were there, but yet they were all kind of real accessible. And, we met some of the most awesome people. And the couple that ran it were just crazy cool, to say the least. They had their own ways about them. Both of them did. And go figure, here I am at a transitional moment in my life, listening to some transitional type teachers. And there is these people from back in the beginning right there next to us, in the crowd. I couldn't believe it that they were there. It was pretty wild. But anyways, these guys were great. Humble. I thought about when you said godly men. Again, if they're watching this, they're going to have something to say about that.
Well, like I said, they're all, I know that these men are really focused on just bringing the gospel out like it's supposed to be done by us in this, Torah pursuant way of life.
That's right.
A lot of times it gets, you're bringing the gospel just kind of gets pushed aside, and we don't want that. We want it to be the forefront of what we do, and remain our focus, and because he's everything to us, so he needs to be our focus. He needs to be what we focus on. We need to look at the Torah, try to look through his eyes at it, and do it his way, and that's all there is to it. But I know that these guys that at the Messiah meetings, that's what their focus is, and that's where their heart is. So definitely.
Oh yeah.
So
you're gonna tell them you're gonna tell them the other part about this whole Messiah meetings conference we went to?
What about it?
About how we wanted to connect and we wanted to truly start, working towards the direction of having people we can be accountable to as leaders of our fellowship. You even said the night before how important that was. And next thing you know, when this thing's all said and done, me and Jared and our wives, my wife Brandy and his wife Sarah, are getting invited to go to dinner with them. And we ended up hanging out with them for, 3 or 4 hours, getting to know everybody, chatting, building real relationship real quick type deal.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure. Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say, like with everything that we have done up to this point, I feel like we just got to keep that idea in mind. Let go and let God. This thing's gonna happen naturally.
Yeah.
And as long as we, not saying we didn't have to do something, like we had to shake hands and talk to people, right? But that doesn't mean, especially in this movement, that doesn't mean you're getting invited to dinner, because most people might be a little bit nervous about who you are if they ain't really talk to you. But, again, people can feel that atmosphere that you carry with you, as long as it ain't stuffy and ugly. They might definitely want to hang out. And that's what happened. We hung out. It was good. And I think, like you said, there's going to be a lot of future meetings. As a matter of fact, we're probably going to have some guest speakers even to our fellowship here probably real soon, sooner than.
Yeah. That's what I was going to mention, that we did talk. We did establish some relationship with several of those teachers, several of those pastors and leaders of the other congregations all across the South, really. And so, but we did talk to some of them about possibly stopping through Mississippi if they get a chance, and so we're hoping to set up some more special events like that, and maybe eventually host our own Messiah meeting when it gets that far. But definitely going to try to work up some other stuff, with, like you said, guest speakers or whatever else we can come up with. But yeah, it was incredible, and I look forward to doing it again.
Hey, and by the way, I want to say, side note, I enjoyed your company too.
You too, yeah. It would definitely not have been as fun to not be able to enjoy it with y'all, having y'all with us, and so that it was a lot of fun.
That's right.
So speaking of the special events, just a quick reminder: it's the Fall Feast season. Up in just a week or two, we're starting our Fall Feast. I wanted to mention those. I'm terrible with the calendar stuff. That's more your wheelhouse. So I just know, because I'm terrible. I can't tell you what today's date is, and I never can. You ever ask me the date? That's just me. I just don't know. And so I believe it's not next week, but the following week is when we're doing Yom Teruah, right?
That's right. So Yom Teruah will be the September the 8th during the evening. Well, now granted, the only reason why we're starting late, we would have started probably a little bit earlier, but we're starting late because everybody has to work. And as we get closer to, it is a high Sabbath, right? And so as we get closer to the evening, right, we're going to be preparing for that. And but everybody has to work up until that point. And so we're going to meet at my house and basically have a celebration. Going to have food. We're going to have a lot of food. We're going to have good food. And we're going to go outside and we're going to look into the sky and see if we can't see the sight, the new moon. It's going to, the weather keeps going the way that it's going. It's probably going to be difficult. But either way, when it gets dark, our plan is to do what Yehovah commanded us to do on Yom Teruah, and that is to make some noise. So blowing a trumpet is what shofar is what we're commanded, but Yom Teruah, Ruah itself means make noise. So we're going to make some noise. I'm sure Jared's going to put together something to basically enjoy some worship. We might even do it outside. I don't care if my neighbors get upset. Hopefully they don't get upset. Hopefully they get blessed.
Right.
But anyways,
we'll come up with something.
Yeah, something cool like that. But anyways, it's gonna be at least food and fellowship, so that is fun. And then definitely making the noise in recognition of and remembrance of Day of Trumpets, Yom Teruah. And then from there, I'm trying to I don't want to lead anybody astray. I want to make sure I got the right date in my head, because it's a little bit further in the future, but it's 10 days after that. We have, so key thing too, while I'm working on the computer here, that all of these events are, for your reminder's sake, they are on our Facebook page. And you can see them because they're posted in our timeline. We're trying to get up on the right Facebook game, so to speak, and make sure we invite at least everybody that likes our page and that we know of or can think of. So Saturday, so Shabbat, towards the end of Shabbat, Friday night, September 17th at sundown is Yom Kippur. Now, not to get into too much detail, but Yom Kippur, it's been an interesting thing for me, and I'm definitely going to teach on it. The Shabbat before, I'm gonna have a little bit of teaching on it, and then I'm definitely going to teach on it that night. But we're getting together. It's normally we would do our Shabbat service at 2:00, or we'd get together for a meal at 2:00 or 1:00, excuse me. But instead, that Shabbat, the 18th. We will not be getting together until 4 p.m. Now, the reason why is, like I was saying, at sundown on the 17th starts Yom Kippur. And now we don't have a temple. There is not a priesthood in Israel. We are not keeping Yom Kippur in the sense of how the Bible says to do it. We're doing the best we can, and we're definitely remembering it. And one of the key pieces for that day is the Day of Atonement, a holy day, is to fast. So the plan is that as a fellowship, we encourage my whole family and our fellowship to fast and pray throughout the day or nightfall, Friday night till Saturday, and keep that spirit and that attitude when we come together and we talk about why we fast and pray. And I don't just mean on Yom Kippur, but it's probably going to be a discussion about fasting and prayer in general. And then we're going to end the evening after teaching and some worship and prayer. We're going to end the evening going, where are we going, Jared?
Burrito.
Where? Say it louder.
Probably burrito, because that would get overruled by your kids.
No, my kids don't have any say so. They don't pay any bills. They don't even pay their phone bill correctly. And that's the one thing I make them pay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. They don't do it well. But they don't get to say so. El Cabritos is where we're going. I like it. I enjoyed it the last time we went, right before we went to Dallas. So El Cabritos is where it's at. And we're going to break the fast eating some delicious Mexican food. Tex-Mex, but hey, it's as Mexican as it gets down here. So shout out to Brian Serrano if he's watching the video. So anyways, yeah, so that's those 2 dates. And then our big event is Sukkot, and Sukkot is starts the 22nd of September that evening. We're going on the 22nd to set up and to our campground. We're going to camp out at Clear Springs Recreation Center, or campground, I think is where you can look it up on Google Maps. Yeah. And we're going to go through so go ahead, say it. Okay.
Yeah, just Clear Spring Campground. Yeah, that's what it's called on Google Maps. Take you right to it.
Right, and we're going to go there, and we're going to camp out till the 1st of October for Sukkot. It's 8 days. A lot of people get all bent out of shape over it's 7 days with another day that's a separate holy day. Listen, we're gonna be there for 8 days, and we'll talk about all those details. We'll learn together. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a really good time. We're all really excited about this. So key piece though is for food and space and everything else. If you're watching this and we've already got a couple people who are interested, we need to just know. It's like with all of these events, you want to come, just message us. You can even post a comment in the comment section of the events if you're a part of our Facebook page. But if you're watching us on YouTube and you need to email us, and we will get you all the information that you need. And we just need to be able to have a head count so we know how many people we're going to have.
Yep.
And listen, for all of our new friends out there, if they're watching this video and you want to come hang out with us from September 22nd to October 1st, hit us up. And if you're available and you'd like to come speak or teach one day, we will make room. That's not everybody. There's only a certain few people. So don't be offended if we say, sorry, we don't know you. We're only going with the tried and tested type folks. But we're going to have some of our newest friends. They're going to do some teachings. We're already trying to, set up something for teaching about the tabernacle, which, by the way, I'm really ready to talk about and listen about, because some good stuff when it comes to the tabernacle that I haven't looked at in a long time that I'd like to rethink and relearn.
Yeah.
Might build us a tabernacle, right? A Sukkot, at least a booth.
A sukkah.
A sukkah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're probably going to try to do that. Shouldn't be that big, that tough to do. We did it. We've done it before.
Yeah, we'll have more details to follow. But if you
all I was going to say was, we definitely want to make sure it's clear that we're extending the invitation to our, local Jackson area Torah observant folks out there. If you're out there and you are looking for a place to do Sukkot or Yom Teruah or Yom Kippur, you need somewhere to take part of the feast, congregation to do that with. Just give us a call. This is what we're here for. We want to be available. We're open, and it's okay for, people have different views. I know a lot of people may have a different view of what day these events are supposed to be on. And right. I just say, that's cool, whatever. I mean, if you like to do it the day you like, it's all good. This is the time that the calendar that we've decided to follow, and that's the way we're doing it. But anybody is still welcome, and we're open to even talking about it. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. We'll have mainly we just want to be able to have an event that honors our Lord, and that we are able to fellowship together and enjoy the feast together. So that's what it's all about. So if you want to do that, if you want to take part in that, just give us a holler and let's do it. But also for any of our friends and family that aren't in the Torah observant lifestyle. If you're interested in these feasts, or interested in the idea of Saturday church or the Sabbath keeping, give us a call or text or message or whatever, and talk about it. I'm always open to a phone call and discuss what I believe in. I know Justin is too. Outside of our work hours, give us a call. We'll talk about anything of this that you might be hearing about that you're not familiar with and want to learn more about. Just ask. So
that's right.
But that's all.
I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah. All right. So is that good? We good?
That's pretty much it. Don't forget, we're having service this Saturday. Look forward to seeing everybody. We are growing. We got more people coming, and I hope to see everybody there.
Yeah, me too. All right. So just as a reminder, we've already said it a bunch of times. All right. Be sure, if you're watching us on Facebook and you follow us or like us, go to our YouTube channel. I'll have the link in the description for both. I have the link in the description for Facebook. If you are watching us on YouTube and watching this video on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button or the bell so that you can get any notifications of any time we do post a new video. And I will include the email address, like I said. Jared already mentioned, you can always message us on Facebook as Olive Tree Fellowship when you're on our page. We'll see that. Message us, let us know. Jared's phone number is on the page. You can give him a call. Like he said, just hit us up so you can get all the information you need. You can ask all the questions you want. But be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think. That's another thing. We're not getting we're getting very few comments. I know everybody, it's busy world, busy life, but hey, don't be afraid. We're not scared. We can handle it.
And you can ask questions during the service too, on the feed or whatever, on the live chat. And I should be tuned into. I mean, once we get to the Bible study part, I should be tuned into the live stream myself, and I can comment as well if you have any questions.
Yeah, we're at a good place. We'll keep doing that probably forever, having somebody available to answer any questions or to respond to any chat. But we're even at a good place nowadays to where if you ask a question and Jared's not on, we're so open in our smaller group setting right now that my son will probably wave his hand and let me know, or somebody that's on will let me know. If Jared can't get to you, then I'll get to you publicly on video. So, but again, just anything, hit us up. You want to chat, you want to talk, or you just want to say hi. We like highs. I like friends. I like people. Jared kind of does, sort of, mostly. All right. Let's get out of here.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, good talking to you too. Bye, everybody.
See you.